We're here on the banks of the mighty Mississippi in the Crescent City to do $70 a day, New Orleans.
And we're taking you with us as we try to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack for $70, tax and tip included. Seems impossible in this economy.
Well, you're wrong.
We'll explore one of the most fun and creative cities.
This is like a real-life haunted mansion.
We find the best beignets in New Orleans, along with some hidden gems along the way. We even visit Nostalgia Lane.
Come on, this is so cool. It's like stepping back in time. It's a time capsule.
Subscribe to our channel for more fun vlogs and join our YouTube membership for extra perks.
Because there are some very mysterious puddles that you want to avoid on Bourbon Street.
Let's get this party started. You know what time it is. Laissez le bon temps rouler.
All right, this morning to get to breakfast, we're taking a bit of a historical ride here in New Orleans. We're at the corner of St. Charles and Poydras Streets, and we're taking the streetcar. We're so excited. This is such a historical thing to do. Little fun fact, the St. Charles line is actually the longest continuous running streetcar line on the entire planet, on Earth. Nowhere else on Earth are you gonna find a streetcar line that's been running continuously for a longer period of time. It's actually been running since the 1830s, I think 1835. And the green cars that you see on the St. Charles line are original from the 1920s, which is really cool that we're gonna be riding in a bit of history. So we can't wait to get on. Super easy. It's $1.25 per ride, exact change only, unless you get the Le Pass app. And we got like the Jazzy Pass, which gives you all day access for $3. It's just an app on your phone, really, really easy. But we can't wait to get on, and it's gonna be really cool to go from like downtown to the historic Garden District, kind of see the transition from skyscrapers to mansions, but we'll see you in a little bit. And just like that, we made it into the Garden District. We're headed down to Magazine Street to take you to breakfast with us, but then I love the Garden District. It's so calm, residential, peaceful, like really old oak trees lining the streets, and these really like centuries old mansions. These have been around for forever. Even before the Great New Orleans Fire, a lot of these have survived. So you really get a glimpse into the past, and these houses are gorgeous. Abed, we need to step our decorating game up because look at these houses in the Garden District. This is like a real life haunted mansion. This is so cool. They go all out here. All right, pardon all the construction noise. They're actually fixing the street right out in front of the restaurant. But we're here at Molly's Rise and Shine for breakfast. We've been so excited to try this place. It's from the same people that brought you Turkey and the Wolf, and we haven't gotten to eat Turkey and the Wolf here in New Orleans, but we did get to eat it in Las Vegas. Check out our Via Via food haul from the Venetian. That video, you get to see us try the famous fried bologna sandwich from Turkey and the Wolf, and it was magnificent. So we're really excited. We hear they have some great breakfast sandwiches here at Molly's Rise and Shine. They don't open till 8. We're here a little bit early, but there's already a line. So let's go get in line and get a good breakfast sandwich. All right, this place is super cool. It feels like you stepped back into like the 1990s. There are so many like kitschy toys and stuff. They have like a Crossfire game on display. Look, the ghost from Casper, the three uncles in Casper. Do you remember their names? That'll be a quiz. Comment down below if you know their names. Ashley, you don't count because I know you know them. But I think I wore the appropriate shirt, this Nickelodeon shirt, because I feel like this is very appropriate for when we were kids. They even have tables up here on the second story. We'll call it the second level, that are the old cafeteria benches, the foldable cafeteria tables that you can sit at. So super nostalgic. They're playing like different 80s music, like the Hocus Pocus song is on right now. They were playing music from the Dark Crystal earlier. So excited. Can't wait to see what we got and try it because it sounded amazing, but this place is just cool to look around at. There's like Mr. Potato Heads. There's Chevy Chase from Vacation behind us. Come on, this is so cool. It's like stepping back in time. It's a time capsule. Okay, so our sandwiches came and oh my goodness, they're massive and they look delicious. So I had to get the spicy chicken biscuit. It's spicy fried chicken on a tangy homemade buttermilk biscuit. It's got honey butter and Duke's mayonnaise. That sounds incredible. You can see the honey butter melting all over the sandwich. I don't know how I'm gonna fit this into my mouth in one bite, but we're gonna give it the old college try. It looks phenomenal and it smells even better. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision because you can smell the spices in the chicken, the butter, and they did not skimp on the butter. Look at that. All right. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Oh my God. That went about as well as I thought it would. The sandwich just kind of fell apart just because of how big it is, and the biscuits are so flaky and so buttery. The spice on that chicken is really pronounced. It's nice and spicy without being overly spicy. The honey butter adds a nice richness to it. That is a 5 out of 5. That is amazing. I'm gonna have to eat the rest with a fork because it's just a mess now. That's my doing. But one of the best biscuits I've had, and that fried chicken is fried to perfection, spicy, hot, juicy, delicious. So good. Do not miss that. It is amazing.
For my breakfast, I got the Grand Slam McMuffin. This is the heftiest like McMuffin sandwich I've ever had. I mean, obviously it's a throwback to the sandwich we all know and love at the Golden Arches, but look at this thing, y'all. Okay, it's got a hash brown, sausage patty. I did add an egg, which is extra. It's got griddled onions and Heinz ketchup. If you know, you know. There's only one kind of ketchup that's acceptable, and that's Heinz. But, oh my God, it smells good. It smells like childhood. Y'all, that is really good. I think if I got this again, I wouldn't get the onion just because it like all comes out in one bite. But that sausage is really good. The hash brown is like fried to perfection. It's crunchy, it's delicious. Egg is cooked perfectly. It's perfectly ooey and gooey. But the English muffin is so soft. This is probably one of the best English muffins I've ever had. Overall, I'm gonna give it probably like a 4 out of 5, but this is a delightful start to our $70 a day here in New Orleans. All right, Molly's Rise and Shine was like going back into a time capsule, like living in a time capsule. That was so fun. I mean, posters from our childhood, that, you know, those Reed posters, just everything about it was just so much fun. Now, my breakfast was $12.56 all in. So we have $70 for the day. That leaves me $57.44. Now, that is a lot. It's definitely better than I've done on previous challenges, especially in Vegas. And I'm looking at you, Epic Universe. So I'm already off to a really great start. We have some plans for dinner, loose plans, but hopefully we can make it. But I gotta say, Chris's dish, I didn't really have a chance to talk about it because we just scarfed down our food. That chicken was absolutely phenomenal. The biscuit, so good. My recommendation would be to get that over the Grand Slam McMuffin. I mean, if you really love McMuffin sandwiches, the bread was super good, like the English muffin, but that chicken though, mwah, chef's kiss.
You heard a bed's total. My breakfast all in after tax and tip was $13.21. So not too bad. The breakfast sandwich was about 10 bucks for each of us. And that leaves me $56.79 for the rest of the day. I think that's more than enough, but I agree with the bed. Molly's Rise and Shine is now a can't miss for us when we come back to New Orleans. And you know what? It's on Magazine Street, so we decided let's wander up Magazine Street. Magazine Street's such a cool place to find like coffee shops, art galleries, little unique, shops. If you want to shop local, definitely come down Magazine Street. It's a little bit more of an artsy vibe down here, and it's really cool. So Ben and I are gonna walk up and down, see what we can find. We'll see you at the next spot.
New Orleans is one of the most walkable cities. I forgot how much I love it here, just walking around. So we're making our way. We've got to transfer onto the next trolley. And y'all remember, we've got $70 a day, and that's just for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. It doesn't include transportation, because obviously that is an extra cost, so that's outside of this challenge. But for $3, we have use of the bus and the trolleys here in New Orleans all day. $8 was a 3-day pass, which honestly, we probably could have done, but we fly out tomorrow at like 8 a.m. So we weren't gonna be here for that long anyway. But yeah, we gotta transfer because we're heading somewhere really special, hoping to grab, well, our next bite.
All right, right across from Jackson Square is Cafe Du Monde, and I bet you think that's where I'm gonna go get my snack, because obviously it's the iconic beignet spot here in the French Quarter. Well, you're wrong. We're not going to Cafe Du Monde today, but if you want some reliably good beignets with some chicory coffee, nice cafe au lait, Cafe Du Monde always hits, but we're not going there today. Like I said, we're going to another beignet spot. Okay, I told you we're not going to Cafe Du Monde. We're actually really close by though. Just steps away is the iconic French market. We're headed to Loretta's inside. If you know, you know, but if you don't, you're about to find out. Let's go get some delicious beignets. That's my snack. And yeah, it's before lunchtime, don't judge me. All right, pro tip, when you come eat beignets, wear white, like I did. because you're gonna get powdered sugar everywhere. Did you even eat a beignet if you didn't get powdered sugar all over the table, the floor, yourself? I don't think so. Let me tell you, these beignets are a 5 out of 5. They are so good. Now, because they're filled, they're a little denser than like a typical fluffy beignet. But that being said, they're perfectly fried. The filling is so good. It's praline. And if you don't know what pecan praline is, it's basically brown sugar, pecan, butter, and it's all caramelized together. They fill the beignets here at Loretta's with that filling, dusted in powdered sugar, and you have a masterpiece. These are so good. Now, these are the sweet ones. They actually have savory beignets too, which we didn't get, but they have a crab stuffed one, and they have hamburger beignets. So maybe on a later trip, we'll have to come back and try those. But for my snack, I needed to get Loretta's. In my opinion, they're better than Cafe Beignet. They're better than Cafe du Monde. Loretta's is the #1 beignet in New Orleans. You gotta come to the French Market to get them.
I did not wear white, so I did not follow Chris's rules when it comes to beignets. I mean, come on, fried dough in any culture is gonna be absolutely amazing. Stuffed with praline. Is it praline or praline? Comment down below. I think I'm butchering it. But anyway, it is stuffed. You can get it with like chocolate. You can get it with all different flavors, including, like Chris said, crab. Okay, what's not to love here? Praline, perfect. Gooey, hot, like it's warm, not hot. Crunchy, the pecans are in there. The beignet is soft, it's fluffy. It's also crunchy on the outside with like the right amount of texture. And that powdered sugar just rounds it all out. If you love candy, if you love fried dough, this is a match made in heaven.
So let's talk about how much these cost for my snack. Little mid-morning beignet snack, don't judge me. With tax and tip, these came out to $10.40. So they were about $8 for 3, which seems a little steep, but you're getting quality made-to-order beignets, and they are worth every penny. So with that being said, for lunch and dinner, I have a combined total of $46.39 left, which isn't too bad. I think we're gonna make it. All right, a little pro tip for here in New Orleans. If you're looking for some local art and you don't want any of like the touristy, gimmicky art that's on Bourbon Street, come check out Jackson Square and walk the fences around Jackson Square. There are artists set up all along the fences that are displaying their works of art, and they're all local artists. And the prices are pretty reasonable. We saw some really cool art, and it's all unique. It's all like one of a kind from local artists that you are supporting by buying that artwork. And you know, some pretty big artists have come out of like displaying their art here that have gone on to become pretty big names in the art community. So it's definitely worth coming to check out, especially if you're looking for that unique piece of art.
All right, we've made it to Jackson Square, and behind me is the St. Louis Cathedral. Now, this is the oldest active cathedral. It's the oldest continuously active Catholic cathedral in the United States. Can y'all believe that? Right here in Jackson Square. It is absolutely beautiful. The weather turned out lovely. There's a nice breeze. It was raining this morning, but just being here, walking around, again, we're burning off all those calories we ate.
Jackson Square is just steps away from the French Quarter and Bourbon Street, so we might have to go hit up Bourbon. You know, when you're here in New Orleans, you can't miss Bourbon Street. Maybe you can, but we gotta go at least walk down it a little bit. And we always have to make Jackson Square a stop when we're here in New Orleans. Just the cathedral behind us is so beautiful, St. Louis Cathedral. You know, it's been here since the 1700s. I think the original structure burned down during the Great Fire, but it was rebuilt in like 1788, I think. But that's really old, 1788. That's almost as old as our entire country. And the triple steeples are an icon here in New Orleans, so we have to come, just check it out. The park is beautiful, and there's live performers, there's live music just right down the street that you can hear while you're walking around. It's a great spot, and it's free, so come check it out. All right, so we've made it to my lunch spot, Central Grocer and Deli. This is the original home of the muffaletta sandwich, and it's been here since 1906, established in 1906, so it's like 119 years old. Let's go inside and get a sandwich. Now, there's a little bit of a debate, and by debate I mean amongst me and Abed, about how to pronounce the sandwich, how to pronounce the name. Is it muffaletta? Is it muffaletta? Is it muffaletta? Comment down below. Let us know what it is. I think it's muffaletta. But if you don't know what it is a giant sandwich. It's made on a sesame loaf. It's got ham. It's got mortadella. It's got salami. It's got provolone. It's got mozzarella. But the thing that makes the muffaletta sandwich, the muffaletta, is the olive salad. And so they use green and black olives, capers, chop them all up, blend them with some seasonings and olive oil, and that goes on top of the sandwich as well. And the thing here at Central Grocer is they pre-make their muffaletta sandwiches, so you don't really have to wait. We ordered it right at the counter, they brought it out. We got a half. You could get a whole one, which would be 4 pieces. This is only 2, and this is more than enough. This is huge. The good thing about them pre-making it is it gives the chance for the bread to soak up the olive oil and the juices from the olive salad and really like get that flavor all throughout. So it is served cold. I think there's some places in New Orleans that serve hot muffaletta sandwiches, but this is just traditional. It's served cold, so just know that going in. It looks amazing. I'm so hungry, ready to dive in. And this is huge. The sandwich was only about $15 for the 2 pieces. I'll get more into the price at the end, but I'm ready to taste it. And if I remember right, it's gonna be delicious because we have had this before, so I had to come back. I mean, look at this. The bread is so soft and fluffy. You can see the nice layer of olive salad right there. All the meats and cheeses. It's just well organized, hefty. Enough talking. It's oily because the oil from the salad has like seeped into the bread. You get that nice briny saltiness from the olive salad. That's what really makes the sandwich. If you don't like salt, if you don't like sodium, probably not gonna like the sandwich because not only does it have salt from the meats and cheeses, it's got extra salt from the olive salad, but so flavorful. Taste of New Orleans right here. This is where the sandwich was invented. So cool. I had to come get the original for lunch. So I know Abed's got a different sandwich for his lunch that he's really excited about, and I am too, because obviously we're gonna share, but this, delicious. Okay, that lunch was really, really good. I love that sandwich. The muffaletta is one of my favorites, and of course we had to get the OG. Let me tell you how much it costs though. So after lunch, all in, that sandwich was $18.23. That's including tax and tip. And so that leaves me with $27.16 for dinner. I think we're in good shape. I already knocked out my snack, knocked out lunch and breakfast. So I kind of have a bigger budget for dinner. I'm excited. You're just gonna have to wait and see where we go. It's kind of an icon, but I can't even think about eating right now. I'm so full.
Now, would it be a trip to New Orleans if you didn't come to Bourbon Street? Now, I don't know if we have it in the schedule to come here at night, but during the day it is completely different. Now, this is the home of every sugary pre-batch drink that you could find, but honestly, we love those. Like, give me a hand grenade any day.
All right, and one thing about Bourbon Street, you guys, make sure to wear comfortable shoes. You're gonna do a lot of walking, and make sure that they're closed-toed because there are some very mysterious puddles that you want to avoid on Bourbon Street.
But we love it down here. We just walked by a bunch of tours going on. It is, you know, I would say the stereotype of New Orleans, what you see in the movies, but you know what? It's fun. Try it once in your life, come with some friends, but obviously there's more to the city than just Bourbon Street. Now, we're excited because we're just gonna walk past it because we have a full schedule today, and we're gonna find my snack and lunch because I'm getting hungry with all this walking.
One thing to remember when you're visiting New Orleans is if you're gonna bring a car to drive around, you're probably not gonna wanna drive it around in the French Quarter. I mean, look at these streets, they're super narrow. Probably enough room for like one car and maybe a parked car. Remember, these are streets that were made centuries ago, like the 17 and 1800s, and they haven't changed since. So they're really meant for like horse and carriages, not cars, and not 2 cars wide. So remember that if you end up driving here, maybe park your car and take an Uber or walk, take the street cars like we have. Driving down here is definitely not for the faint of heart, and it's kind of a pain, honestly.
All right, we made it here to Parkway Tavern. Now, there's a big long line here, so you'll have to wear your patient pants, but I'm hungry. We worked up an appetite. I'm really excited. One of 2 things happens when there's a line this long. Either it's overrated and it's not worth it, or it's absolutely phenomenal. And we're about to find out in, well, in a while. This is a long line. All right, we made it inside. We've been able to order, and I decided to get a side this time. You know, I think I have enough room in the budget, so I got an order of fries, and it's their signature fries. If you didn't know, like the original po' boy is like a gravy with debris, French fries, and it's in the French bread. So I decided not to get that because I wanted a little more meat, and I love a roast beef po' boy. It's messy, I know, but that's what I'm getting. Look at this thing. Y'all, I dream about this. It's fully dressed, which is lettuce, tomato, mayo, and pickles. And look at all the roast beef. There's so much roast beef in here. There's no civilized way of doing it. I just gotta dig in. It's messy. Here we go. The roast beef is so tender, so flavorful. Normally, I don't like messy sandwiches, but I knew this coming in, but it is one of my all-time favorite sandwiches. There's nothing like New Orleans French bread. I don't know if it's in the water. There's something going on here. It is so crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside, and you gotta get it fully dressed. If you like lettuce, tomato, pickles, and mayo, even though it is messy, it is well worth it. It is so good. We'll talk about the price in the end. I'm gonna spare you more me stuffing my face because it's so messy, but hey, the fries are great. We're having an amazing lunch. Cheers, y'all.
All right, a bed sandwich looks phenomenal. I gotta try some of this roast beef, and there's plenty on the plate that fell out of his sandwich because they packed this thing. All right, here we go. I just want a bite of the meat. Look at that. All right, that roast beef is so tender, so meaty, has a really robust, savory flavor. The gravy is delicious. Oh my God, 5 out of 5. This is so good. Now we know why there was a line, and the line was worth waiting in. Honestly, we didn't wait too long, maybe like half an hour. Trust me, if you come to Parkway and you see a long line, get in it. It's worth the wait.
All right, y'all, lunch was great. Coming in, I had a little bit of money. Let me check my notes. I had, let's see, $57.44 after breakfast. So lunch all in was $23.99. That's for my po' boy and the fries. You know, you have to get those separate here. So I have $33.45 left for the day. So $33.45 has to get me through my snack and dinner here in New Orleans. Will I do it? I don't know. To be honest, I know where we're going for dinner, and I don't know because I also know where I'm going for my snack / dessert, which is coming up next. And it's gonna be tight, but I think it's gonna be worth it. All right, so for my snacks / dessert, we're here at Kitten Lou's No Chance in Hell SnoBalls. And what's really great, you can get like cream flavored or more sour, like fruit flavored ones. You can do add-ons like popcorn or even like condensed milk, which is what I got. We'll talk about price and everything in a second, but I mean, take a look at this. Come on. So I got nectar. I think this is like their OG, pretty standard flavor. It said Louisiana favorite, so I thought, hey, when in Rome. Oh, wow. Wow. Nectar is a perfect word for this. I don't know the flavors that I'm really tasting. That is so good. I've never tasted something like this. If someone can comment down below what I'm tasting, maybe I'm gonna go in there and ask them. That is so good. It's sweet, it's creamy. They're shaving the ice in there, like to order. I mean, they're ice artists. This is absolutely delicious. And it just stopped raining. Look at that. You just have to come get a snowball and it stops raining.
So the cool thing about Kitten and Lou's Chance in Hell SnoBalls, Kitten and Lou are 2 local drag and burlesque performers that started this up kind of during the pandemic to raise money for the community and just to like help out. So if you want something vegan like condensed milk, they have that for you here as well. And everything in your hand is compostable. So the straws, the spoons, the containers, the napkins, everything is compostable, which helps the environment. So I'm gonna try a beds though. This is so good. Look how creamy that is, the shaved ice. It's not shaved ice, it's a snowball. Definitely add the condensed milk, you guys. Always add the condensed milk. It's so creamy. It's not icy at all. The texture of the snowball is creamy. So smooth, so delicious, nice, cool, and refreshing on this humid day. I bet I might eat the rest of this. You might have to take it away from me because this is so good.
All right, I did not break the bank this time. My snack was perfect. It was light, it was cold on this humid day, like Chris said. So I started out at $36.55 and all in, it was $8.06. So that's tax and tip. $28.49 is what I have left for dinner. I did it. I'm gonna have an amazing dinner, y'all. Maybe even a cocktail, who knows? We're gonna find out. I kinda wanna try it. So far, this is the 4th episode of this that we've done. I haven't been able to incorporate a cocktail quite yet, but it's gonna happen. Maybe tonight, maybe not. But $28.49 for dinner, I think it's doable.
Okay, so Abed and I have made it to dinner, finally, our last stop here on our $70 a day food tour in New Orleans. And where else would we go? We had to get fried chicken while we're here in Louisiana, and we're here at Willie Mays. They're known for their fried chicken. They're James Beard Award winning. And so we're excited. We're at their new location here to try them out. We've never had them before, but we're very, very excited and we're super hungry. All right, we're seated here at Willie Mays. We're so excited. We waited a little while, and Ben and I got here way too early. That's our fault. But we finally got seated and we put our order in. Can't wait to show you what we got. But just want to make the disclaimer. This is Willie Mays chicken. There are some restaurants here in New Orleans that are named very similarly. Like on Canal Street, there's a place called Willie's Chicken. It's not the same thing. Willie Mays is its own thing, so make sure that you come to the right place. And we are excited. We ordered our fried chicken and we are hungry.
When I saw James Beard winner, I was like, this is gonna be outside of our budget, Chris, but he's assured me it's not. I don't know yet.
I got the 2-piece dark meat and mac and cheese, and it comes with some cornbread as well. This looks phenomenal. Let me get my fat head out of the way so it's not in the dark. I'm gonna start out with the leg. Comment down below, what's your favorite piece of fried chicken? When you think of fried chicken, I always think of the leg, the drumstick. It's my favorite piece. I can already tell the batter is super light, so crispy. Oh my God. All right, here we go. Oh my God. The crispiest batter, the crispiest skin. That is phenomenal. The meat is juicy, seasoned all the way to the bone. Not only does the batter have seasoning, the chicken has seasoning, and you can tell it's been brined. This is so good. Wow. But I can't wait for you to try this. This might be some of the best fried chicken I've ever had, and I'm not lying. Like, for real. I've never had a better piece.
Our plates, these are the entrees. They come with sides. Chris got mac and cheese. I got red beans and rice. Trust me, we're gonna dig into everything. It also comes with cornbread. I don't know. We'll talk about the price in a minute, whether or not like it's worth it and whether or not like we made our budget, because James Beard Award winner here. But like, I could hear the crunch of Chris's chicken from over here. We're not that far, but anyway. This definitely is very well spiced. The crunch is fantastic. It's a little cold, like that would be my only thing. Like it's not coming out hot or anything, but that's my only criticism here. It tastes really good. I mean, I would say for the price point, like it would be cool if it came out a little hotter, but again, we're being nitpicky here. I want to try the rest of it. I probably give this like a 4 out of 5. This is good though, very well seasoned. This is pretty good. I got the white meat. Maybe I'll try some of Chris's dark meat and that would change my mind, but I'm so happy right now. This crunch is so satisfying.
All right, so this mac and cheese is delicious. It's so creamy, really good. It's a standout. I think like might even be better than the chicken, I don't know. The cornbread, nice and buttery, delicious, sweet. I know what Abed's saying about the chicken. I did try some of his. It doesn't come out, or ours at least didn't come out like piping hot to where like when you bite into it or take some of the skin off, you see steam. But it wasn't cold. It was more just like warm. It was warm. But that being said, it kind of leads you to believe like maybe it was sitting, like they finished plating and it was just sitting up there ready to go out for a little bit of time. But even if that was the case, how crispy it came out still, that's a testament to how well it's fried. I still think the chicken is really good. Yeah, let's talk about how much this cost and if we met our budget. We had a controversial ending to dinner. Abed didn't really care for it, but I really enjoyed it. So I don't know, maybe we just got 2 different like plates. I did get dark meat, he did get white meat. Maybe that was it, I don't know. But I really liked mine. I'll let Abed go into like why he didn't really like his, but you know, we don't always have to agree on everything. And here, this is proof that we're just being honest with you guys. Okay, so coming into dinner, I had $27.16 to spend. Now, that quarter chicken dinner was $17. So after tax and tip, a total of $23.24. I made it, you guys. I made it under the $70 with $3.92 to spare. Yeah, $17 is a little bit pricey. I will say that is a little expensive for 2 pieces of chicken, a side, and a piece of cornbread. We are at a James Beard Award winning place. Maybe that's why they jacked up the prices. But yeah, kind of pricey when you see what you're getting. But honestly, I enjoyed it and I thought it was worth it. And hey, I came in under $70 in one of the best cities, if not the best cities for food and cuisine. in the entire United States. It's one of our favorites. It's our favorite food city, and I'm so glad we got to show you so many of our favorite things here, but I'll let Abed tell you if he made it or not.
Okay, I know I put it on the screen. There was a correction. I put it on the screen after the snack. Guys, I'm not great with numbers. So after my snack, I had $25.39 coming into dinner, right? Coming into dinner, let's talk about it real quick. Yes, Chris and I kind of disagreed. It's not that I had a bad experience there. The service was great. The flavor was there. It was just a matter of sort of the execution. My red beans and rice, there were like pieces of undercooked rice, like it was crunchy. It's the execution of it. The chicken wasn't, I don't want to say as fresh, it just wasn't as hot as I would prefer it. And then also the fact that even my side, you know, I had crunchy rice in there, it just wasn't fully cooked. So overall, $23.24 for dinner, leaving me $2.15. I made it. And before you click off, I know you guys don't leave quite yet. We want to just say thank you for watching. This is the 4th episode in this series. We're having a blast going to places that we love and some new places. So if you haven't checked out our other episodes, there's a playlist in the end for all of our $70 a day vlogs. Make sure to check that out. But like we always say, live life one recess at a time. Thanks for watching.